لا مضل له وما يضلل فلا هادي له واشهد ان لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له واشهد ان محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. يا ايها الذين امنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتون الا وانتم مسلمون. يا ايها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحده وخلق منها زوجها وبث رجالا كثيرا والنساء واتقوا الله تساءلون به والارحام ان الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا ايها الذين امنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم اعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم وما يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. ان الحمد لله رب العالمين هو الذي جعلنا مسلمين. قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في القرآن الكريم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر وتؤمنون بالله ولو آمن أهل الكتاب لكان خير لهم منهم المؤمنون وأكثرهم الفاسقون. هذا القرآن يا أخوان، هذا القرآن. الله سبحانه وتعالى قال منهم المؤمنون. The أهل الكتاب منهم المؤمنون. We're going to switch now to English. I can speak some English. Even though I grew up in Texas, I can still speak some English. No problem. So I want to be very crystal clear about the message today. There are a lot of problems facing our ummah, the Muslim ummah, everywhere in the world. Everywhere. It's called Wahiga. How do they pronounce it? Wahiga? The Muslims from China. And also the Muslims in Burma. The Muslims in Syria. The Muslims in Palestine. Muslims everywhere facing disasters. So, hola. Yes or no? Yes. Why? Some people, when they look at the disasters, chaos, fitna going on in the Muslim world, they say, I'm glad I'm not one of those guys. Yeah? From the Nasrani, from the Yahudi, we hear this. If your religion is right, how come you got so many problems? Actually, the Deen al-Islam is perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Because we can understand exactly why we have the problems. Who's the biggest problem that we face right now? The biggest problem, who is the one? And if you said shaitan, I'm going to say, wait a minute. Wait, hold it. This is Ramadan. صح? في شهر Ramadan, the shayateen are tied up. Whoa! So who's the biggest problem right now? We already know. You want me to point to him? He's in this room. Who's the biggest problem? You can point to him too. Watch. Ready? Right there. This is the big problem. Us. We are the big problem. "30 years ago, when I was looking at Islam, I was asking a similar question at that time. Why were so many problems facing the Muslims at that time? It became much worse now. But still, you know what I heard from different people? One Arab brother, he's Arab. He said, it's because some sisters don't wear hijab. This is why we have so much fitna from Allah, because some sisters don't wear hijab. I said, this sounds like an individual problem, not a collective problem. I don't understand what you mean. Somebody else told me, oh, because we don't wear the sunnah dress. Yeah? This is the problem. This is why you're facing all these problems, because of cloth? If you come to some of our other programs, I'm going to be talking about the sunnah dress, so-called sunnah dress. The only people wearing really close to sunnah, if he's got two garments, one wrapped around the bottom and one wrapped around the top. Sah. That's it. That's it. Stop playing games. This is a traditional dress or a cultural dress. That's it. So what is the problem? We can enumerate so many different things that we see and observe and say, oh, this is the reason. Some people, they don't get up in the Qiyamul Layl. Some people don't get up for Qiyamul Layl. This told to me. I said, Yaqi, some don't even get up for Fajr. Some don't pray at all, and they still say they're Muslim. Let's identify the real problem. The real problem, when you wake up in the morning, when you go into the bathroom, look at that guy that's looking back from the mirror. Now you know who's the problem. This is the problem. This is the real problem. All of us, we're falling short of the mark. This is the problem. First of all, before we even talk about the ayat that I read to you, we have so many, and I'm not going to ask you to raise your hand in the Jummah to tell me, but every one of us knows somebody that memorized the entire Quran. Yes? Personally. Maybe even you memorized the Quran. Maybe. Sort of. Because you already forgot it. Oops. But even then, over 90, listen to this, just over 90% of all the Muslims in the world are not Arabs. Well, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not Arab either. Where's the problem? Well, we don't speak Arabic. Well, what's the problem? The Quran. Hada Shahr Ramadan. This is the month of Ramadan. This is the month of Al-Quran. Sah? This is the month of the Quran. And how many of us can read the Quran? Yeah, I can look at the page and tell you, yeah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Kuntan khayra ummatin ukhrajat lana. Okay, what does it mean? Huh? Well, ya akhi, I'm not mutafsir. I don't do tafsir of Quran. Excuse me? You can't even tell me what it means? First Ramadan that I experienced, there were two Qaris who came to Texas all the way from Canada. MashaAllah, young, strong young men, and they could recite the Quran one after the other. They would take turns during the night. I was so amazed and so beautiful. MashaAllah. We were standing behind the masjid one day in Ramadan, and I asked one of them, I said, can you give me something? He said, what? I said, what does lakum dinakum waliyadin, exactly how do I understand it in English? I know what it says, but how do I understand it? And he goes, what? I said, Lakum dinukum, what does it mean? He said, I don't know. So I asked the other one. And he looked at the first one and he goes, do you know? He said, no, I don't know. But it's nice. Oh, mashallah, mashallah. I gave you one statistic, 90% of all the Muslims in the world today. Now we realize even Arabs cannot tell you what something means, some from the Quran. SubhanAllah. When I sit with ulama, SubhanAllah, I hear so much amazing, amazing things from the Quran, from our scholars, from the teachers. Wonderful. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. But if you don't even know the difference between a Christian translation of the Quran and the Arabic, you already got a problem. Now you can be a Muslim and you don't know Arabic. That is not the problem. You can be a Muslim, but you don't know Arabic. You can be, it's okay. But how will you understand what the real meaning is? You're going to go through your whole life saying the same thing over and over? MashaAllah, I just met one of our brothers, Anthony, MashaAllah, and I'm so happy to meet a brand new brother to Islam. He's with us right now. And I'm going to encourage him to take the time to learn something about the Lughat Arabiya, to learn a basic something, so when you look in the Quran, you don't have to rely on somebody else tell you what does it mean. George Sale. Does that sound like an Arab name? George? No. George Sale was the first who translated the entire Quran to the English language. Who a Nasrani. He was a Christian. This is a long time ago, over 100 years ago. Marmaduke Pickthall, another, his name was Muhammad Marmaduke, George Sale's book. Abdullah Yusuf Ali also did the same thing. He relied on Marmaduke Pickthall and George Sale's book. All of these guys did a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate what they did. But at the same time, when Saudi Arabia, in the official book that they were giving out in the early 90s, that I got, said in the beginning of it that they had a choice between two things. Either start from scratch. They're Arabs, they know what it is. They said, but starting from scratch and trying to get translators, so they relied on the same books. What's wrong with that? Okay. How about the very first word in the Quran? The very first word. Bismi. Bismi. What does it mean? In the name. Huh? Really? How much Arabic do you know? You don't even know that is wrong? Seriously. When you say in the Arabic language, you say fi. You don't say bi. Bi is with. Bi'idnillah. With the permission of Allah. You don't say in the permission of Allah. So, is it right or wrong? So the very first word, from there it gets worse. If you're going to rely on the translation to give you the meaning as a Muslim, no. The scholars, I said what they would say so many things, and I go, that's not, I didn't get this, I didn't get that, I didn't get so and so. SubhanAllah. We don't have time to go through the whole thing, but definitely we should at least touch on a couple points. A couple points. When we come to something like Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, This is a very powerful, powerful message to the believers. Let me just give you an example of Fatiha, understanding from the Arabic language. And then the next time you do Salah, think about this. Instead of most gracious, most merciful, the ruler on the day of judgment, because this is going to be very important to all of us. Watch. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. With the name of Allah, you're entering into Salah. You just went like this, right? You just started. With the name of Allah. Allah is introducing you to who you're going to be talking to. Why? Why? Because you're in Salah. Right? What is Salah? Anybody knows what Salah? What does it mean? Huh? Salah means meeting with God. Meeting? Actually, he's very close. Because from sila is a connection. Yes or no? Yes or no? Connection. Salah is your connection with Allah. To make your prayer. What is prayer in Arabic? Dua. So you establish the Salah to make the connection for the dua. Sah? No other person have this on the earth except Muslim. Nobody else have connection with Allah. We're the only ones have the connection with Allah. Subhanallah. And we call it prayer. Prayer? This is prayer. Everybody knows when you say prayer in English, oh, Lord. Yeah, this is dua. But you enter into Salah, you get your Salah established, connection with Allah. Then when you make the dua, Allah accepts it. Alhamdulillah. So Allah is introducing Himself to you with the name of Allah. Then He's telling you who He is on 2 of His names out of 99. Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. What's the difference? Why repeat it? These are from the same Rahama. It's from the same root. Why bother? Because Rahman, the Prophet ﷺ told us, this is the mercy of Allah for all of the dunya. Ar-Rahman. A mother will not let her baby fall into a fire. You know the hadith. Because of Allah's rahmah. And all of the mothers and all of the people who have any rahmah for each other is from Allah's rahmah. This is the only place rahmah comes from. Huh? But what is Rahim? And the Prophet ﷺ, he said, Allah has 100 parts of rahmah. Huh? 1 part for the dunya. 99 parts are Rahim, especially for the believers on Yawm al-Qiyamah. So look what Allah is telling you. He's telling you you're introducing yourself, and Allah is introducing Himself to you in the Salah by 2 of His names, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Then Maliki Yawmuddin. He set it up so that you won't be scared. Otherwise, you're going to be terrified. Why? Yawmuddin? Yawm al-Qiyamah? This is the day you're going to face the creator and sustainer of the universe? I'd be scared, but He gave you 2 of His names to get you ready. I'm going to be looking up and, oh my God. This is Yawm al-Qiyamah now. So Allah got you ready before He said, Malik, King, Malik, Yawmuddin, on this day. Oh. Then look what He said right after that. Alhamd, all the praise, thanksgiving, everything for Allah. We don't really have alhamd in English. We're using some English words. Even Muhammad is from the same hamd. Praising, the praising one or the praised one. Subhanallah. And then, right after you say, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, the Lord of the worlds, of all of the worlds. It's plural, so any world that is out there, if you said, well, We don't know if there's people in outer space. Doesn't matter. UFO, doesn't matter. Allah said Rabbil Alameen. He didn't say just one. He said all the worlds. The world of the dogs and the cats and the horses and the world of the birds and the germs, the worlds of everything. Whatever world there is, Allah is the Rabbil Alameen. Then look what he said. He repeated, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. For what? So that you'll be okay. I don't want you to panic. Remember, if you're a believer, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, you're going to be okay. Iyaka na'budu. We don't worship anybody except you alone. Our ibadah, only for Allah. Wa iyaka nasta'in. And you, we seek help. It says, many of the translations say, we seek guidance from you. No, that's not where it says guidance. This is help. We need help, aid. We're looking for aid. Then, ihdina, guide us. Ihdi from huda. Ihdina, sirat, the way. Sirat, al-mustaqim. Who are the mustaqim? These are the people that are steadfast. These are the people that have the ni'mah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These are the people, you want to be like them, so we want to be on that path. But not what? غَيْرِ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ. We sure don't want to be on this path of the people that have Allah's what? Maghdubi is from ghadab. Ghadab is not anger, bad translation. Wrath. Anger. Okay, I'm in the post office, somebody cutting the line. Hey, man, I'm sitting at a traffic light, I'm sitting there waiting. The light turned green, the lady in front of me, she just sit there playing with her phone. Hey, come on, man. We missed the traffic light. This is anger. What is ghadab? Ghadab is when somebody goes out and destroys things. He's got ghadab. He's destroying. He's physically doing something. The Prophet ﷺ was asked, give me nasiha, give me advice. He said, La tagdab. La tagdab. Don't get wrathful. They say, don't get angry. Another mistake. It's not about anger. It's about wrath. Everybody gets angry. Don't act on it. If you start feeling like you're going to act on it, you say, I feel hot. I'm going to take it easy. If you're standing, sit down. If you can, make wudu. The cold water. Because he said the shaitan runs through you like your blood. And the shaitan is hot. That's why you feel hot. SubhanAllah. And the ghadab of Allah on the Yawm al-Qiyamah, it's not compared to all of the anger or wrath that the people have had since the beginning to the end. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is only going to have it on that one day. That's exactly the hadith of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Adam alayhi salam, Ibrahim alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, Isa ibn Maryam alayhi salam. Each one of them said that Allah is having ghadab, not anger, on this day like he never had before and he will never have again. SubhanAllah. But they each one said, go to the next one, go to the next one. And when they came to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he's the one who went and put his head on the ground, and he's the one who will try to make some intercession for us by the words that Allah gives him. And this is not our point, so I'll get back to our story. What I'm telling you is that when you're reading Fatiha, if you understand these words, you're going to be so focused. You will be so focused. You will be like the Sahabi. Remember the Sahabi that while he was guarding the Muslims at night, and he was doing nafla, not far, nafla, extra prayers. And he was being shot with arrows, and he didn't break his prayer. He just kept going. He kept doing salah, his connection, And he said the only reason he broke the salah, he was enjoying reciting a new thing that had been revealed. He said the only reason he broke the salah because he was afraid he's going to bleed so much he can't defend the Prophet ﷺ. So that's why he went and took the guy out that was shooting him. SubhanAllah. This is a big message to all of us. How important is it for us to know? Ghayrul maghdubi alayhim, not the ones that have Allah's ghadab. Wala daleen, and dalala, we say that these are misguided. These are the people who are dalala, they're lost. And probably that's one of the best translations for that. Dalala, lost. Okay, no problem. But do you understand what you just asked for? You asked for the hidayah, the guidance of Allah. You just asked for that. How are you going to get it? If you're a new Muslim like Anthony, he's probably thinking, wow, that's pretty scary. Where am I going to find this guidance? Watch carefully, because you go right to the next verse. Alif Lam Mim. These are 3 letters from the Arabic alphabet. Alif Lam Mim. Dhalikul kitabul la rayba fi. Hold on a second. What does that mean? The translations all say this is the book. That's what they say. If you know Arabic language, and I'm holding this and I say hada, 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 you get it. But if I said dalik, 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 you'd be like, no, hold on. Hada is this, dalik is that. That is the book wherein there is la rayb, no doubt. Huda, this is very important for you. Huda. You remember what you asked Allah for? Guide me. Huda. This is the guidance. This is the book of guidance. Lil muttaqin. I'm sorry. It's not for the general public. It's only for those who have a taqwa. Muttaqiin. So? Yes? Follow. Watch this. Who are the people of taqwa? Who are the people of taqwa? Translation said pious. It even said piousness. I never even heard the word. I don't think it exists. Piousness. Piousness? Do you understand that we were talking about ghadab of Allah? The ghadab of Allah on anybody who is not on the guidance of Allah. This is a very serious thing. This is the creator of the universe is about to come down on everybody, except for who? The people of taqwa. Why? Now, this is why you need to have young children around you, because they can help you. They can help you. You know why? Because they play those games. You know, Game Boy? You've seen them, yeah? Ask them what happens when the monster comes for you. What happens when they start shooting at you with all of these bullets and things and you don't have enough bullets to shoot back? What do you need? You use your points to buy a shield, right? Yeah, he knows. He knows. You buy a shield. The Arabic word taqwa means a shield that you get behind, a protection against the ghadab of Allah. You want to be protected on the day of judgment. Anthony, you did the right thing. You said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu Muhammad Rasulullah. You entered into Islam, and check this out. You are protected if you have the shield. Good to go, huh? Do you know where it is? Did anybody tell you about it? No, look in your pockets. No, you don't have it. Well, how are you going to get the shield? Keep reading. الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ. These are the people who believe in al-ghayb. They have to believe with no doubt. You believe in Allah? You didn't see Him. You didn't hear Him. But you believe in Him? That's ghayb. You don't see, you don't hear it, but you know. This is called the unseen in translation. Al-ghayb. And You never saw the paradise. Do you believe in it? You never saw the hellfire. Do you believe in it? Na'udhu billah. Yeah, we believe in it. You never saw any of the malaika, the angels, but you believe in them? Yeah. How about the jinn? Some Muslims told me that the jinn are not real. They're just bad thoughts that you have, like shayateen. I said, what? Why is it in chapter 72 of the Quran, it's called Surah al-Jinn? Why is Surah Jinn, these people who are, we can't see them, why do you have a whole, oh, well, brother, you have to understand. Yeah, well, I heard that in Christianity, and I don't take that. Don't tell me I don't know how to think. Subhanallah. But let me finish the rest of that. Then we take a break, we sit down, and then we get back up for the second part, okay? So, these are the people who believe in al-ghaib. And they establish the connection with Allah. And they pay from the rizq that Allah gives them in charity. They believe in what is sent down to you, O Muhammad, which is the Quran. And they believe what was then sent down min qablik, which is before. We believe in the original Bible, yes, the real Bible. And they believe in the Yawmul Qiyamah, standing up on the Day of Judgment to be facing Allah. And remember, He's Rahman Rahim. And you're going to be there with your shield, which is your good deeds, your beliefs, what you've tried to do. And it said, and these people, these are the people who are on the guidance of Allah. And these are the people who are successful. Muflihun. May Allah give us that tawfiq. Allah give us that success. Allah make us of those people who are on the straight path, the Siratul Mustaqim, with our shield, with the Muttaqi'een, and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us well guided in Ramadan, out of Ramadan, and accept from us all of our good deeds, our prayers, our taraweeh, our du'as. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who revealed the Quran in the month of Ramadan. Allah is the one who sent it down in the Laylatul Qadr. And what will make you understand what the Laylatul Qadr is? It is a night wherein there is something in this night. This month of Ramadan, there's one night. Layl is night in Arabic. Qadr is actually, Qadr is the power of Allah, is the meaning of Qadr. But anyway, look at this. In this night, it's better for you than 1,000 months, not 1,000 nights, 1,000 months, which is about 83 years, by the way. This is why every night we get up and we do salah. Through the month of Ramadan, extra prayers, we cry to Allah, and we try our best to catch this night. It's worth 83 years. Wow, Allahu Akbar. Try to catch that. Now I want to come back to what I was talking about, these translations, because it is critical that we establish and propagate within the Muslim communities everywhere the true meaning of what the Quran is, what the Hadith really are, and have a better understanding. Earlier today, I had a chance to visit with a couple of our brothers from Fajr, and we talked about this subject. There are 3 areas that I will mention right now. And if you don't understand how to explain it, you can watch the people around you, your children, maybe even leave Islam because of this. There is so much attack coming against us here. We don't see it. We don't think about it because we're not on the front line trying to defend ourselves against all kinds of chaos, fitna. But it may be even worse here, because if somebody tortures you, that's one thing. If somebody kills you, that's another thing. But if they kill you for the sake of Allah, this is martyrdom. Shuhada. At least, you know that you're going to be in the best part of Jannah, and you'll be with the Prophet ﷺ. If you were the real mustaqim with the shield we talked about. Yeah. But what about us? We are dying in another way, because as soon as the Jummah khutbah is over, we're all going to run out the door, run to our cars, and then fight each other to get off of the parking lot so we can get out into the street and go back to whatever dunya we fell in love with. Yes or no? I want somebody to stand up and say, no, brother, I stay right here in the masjid all night long. Oh, yeah, right. Okay, save it. We already know. If you see what I'm saying, you'll understand why we have a problem. Because we are paying more attention to the dunya. You have a part-time job? Yeah. You have a full-time job? Yeah. I have to work, extra because, it costs a lot of money to live here. Blah, 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 blah. So who takes care of your kids? Oh, my wife does. Oh, really? She stays home with them all the time. Well, no, she's got a job too because she has to work too, and blah, 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 blah. Well, who's taking care of these kids? Oh, well, no, we have a lady. She comes over sometimes. Oh, she's alim? Oh, no, she's not even a Muslim. Oh, really? So you have a TV? Of course. So are you sure she doesn't turn on that TV all the time? You go, no, who cares? Oh, really? This is where the problem is starting to come in. You don't see it. Everybody does it, Yahi. Come on. Everybody has a TV. Everybody has a computer. I have 2 in my house looking at each other. 2 computer screens. Yeah. And our phones. This is another computer. Yeah. Big deal. Everybody has it. So what's the problem? I want to share with you something. People say there's knowledge in the computer. People say in my phone there's knowledge. And we are Muslims, we're supposed to get knowledge. Yeah, because Iqra, the first word revealed in the Quran, Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. Yeah. It means read. So we're supposed to go get an education. We're supposed to read. We're supposed to... Hold it. Stop. Hold it. It doesn't mean read. Muhammad Pikta. Yusuf Abdullah Yusuf Ali. The Saudi Arabian. They all say read. Only one has it right. Translated by a sister. Recite. It's from the root qara'a, the same root as Quran. Is the Quran? Are you telling me the Qari who's going to recite the Quran tonight? He's a reader and he's reading the reading, or he's a reciter reciting the Quran? Duh. Sorry, doesn't work. So all of the storyline that you were giving me, well, we have to read. Allah said read. So I send my kids to the university. They have PhD and they have their degree, blah, blah, blah. Your kids are leaving Islam. Why? You send them to weekend school where they can be with other kids that also are only there for the weekend school, but they all go to public school. 8 hours a day, they're immersed. You know what I mean, immersed? That's when you put something down in the water, you immerse it in the water. Do you know that? A brother came to me about 25 years ago, and he told me, this is the happiest day of my life. He was from Saudi Arabia. He said, happiest day of my life. I said, wow, maybe you got married? Nope, I have kids. Oh, okay. He said, that's why I'm so happy. My oldest son, his name is Turkey, he said, I'm so happy. Why? Because I put my son in public school, American public school today. I said, why didn't you just put him in the toilet? He said, no, you misunderstood me. No, school, madrasa, school. I put him in the school. I said, yeah, I understand English, okay? I'm saying it, hammam, the toilet. Put him in the toilet because at least you can wash it off. You can't wash this off of your kids. Ask anybody. We have a couple of brothers here tonight, right now, today, that have already approached me and telling me about some of their problems. And I'm telling you for sure, you can go right back to this and look and see it's because they didn't understand Islam. Why would anybody leave Islam if they understood what it is? Nobody would. Nobody in their right mind would leave Islam if they know that it is surrender, submission, obedience, sincerity, peace, security, safety, sincerity. All of these things we have in Islam between you and Allah. And if you knew that that's all from one word, aslama in Arabic, if you understood that, you would know there's no way you could say Islamic terrorism. But that's my final point. In the Quran, there is a word that none of these people translated. Not George Sale, Marmaduke Pickthall, Abdullah Yusuf Ali. None of the translators translated this word. They just spelled it in English, I-S-L-A-M, Islam. Islam is an Arabic word. And if you don't know what it means, then you can say, if I said to you, Habalala terrorism, Habalala terrorism. Wow, okay, that's some kind of terrorism. I know that. And these Habalala people, they're the terrorists. Okay, I got it. I don't know what that word means, but I know what terrorist is. But if I told you a truthful, honest, sincere, peace-loving terrorist came over, whoa. Now you see what happens? So when you're not fair, you're not truthful to Allah, you're not really sharing the right message, what do you think is going to happen? The rest of what I was talking about in the earlier khutbah, I want you to come to our program that we have later. And I'm not sure exactly what time, but I'm sure that the brothers here will tell you. But I want to break it down. But right now we have to wrap it up because everybody except you, everybody in this room except you is going to be running for their cars after the Jummah. And I know you are going to stay right here with me afterward, right? But all the rest of these guys, they're going to run away. Alhamdulillah. So we'll end with this, and we'll ask Allah again to accept from us our good deeds in this Ramadan. We ask Allah to give us the understanding of the Quran. We ask Allah to give us the meaning and keep us close to Him, close to His deen, close to His Prophet ﷺ, to the Sunnah of Muhammad ﷺ, and to keep us close to the Quran and put us in His Jannah Firdaus. Ameen. And we ask Allah to help all of our brothers here and those who are not here, and all of our sisters that are here, and all of our sisters who are not here. And we ask Allah that He will forgive all of us with His beautiful maghfir, His forgiveness, and give us His Jannah Firdaus ala. Rabbana atina fi dunya hasan, wa fil akhirati hasan, wa qina adhab an-nar. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك الرحمة إنك أنت الوهاب ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحملنا علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد الحمد لله رب العالمين هو الذي جعلنا مسلمين ويقيم الصلاة